One of the big problems with the strike for the studios is not just that you don't have the actors on set making the movies that are already done can't get promoted. And we've already seen several films that have come out in the last 3 months really suffer as a result of the fact that the stars of the movie have not been able to go out there and promote the films. One of the upcoming films, Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, is coming out. But guess what? According to a report, they've now signed a deal with the Actors Union that says your actors get to go out and promote the film. This comes to us from IndieWire, who write the following. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, the new Hunger Games prequel film, has acquired an interim agreement from SAG-AFTRA, which will enable its stars to promote the film ahead of its release on November 17th. Songbirds and Snakes is a release from Lionsgate, which is not an AMPTP affiliated company, despite being a mini major studio, thus making its theatrical release eligible. Lionsgate is an independent company. Now, it's kind of weird to think that Lionsgate is not a part of the AMPTP. I mean, they are not one of the majors. They're not Paramount, Universal, Disney, but Lionsgate is a significant studio. They are a significant studio. And this could not have come at a better time for them, because just recently, the long-range box office projections, opening projections for the new Hunger Games film, was like topped out at about $40 million of an opening weekend. I mean, that's not terrible for some films, but for a film that's in a franchise like the Hunger Games, you know they wanted better than that. Now, those projections have been adjusted recently. We talked about this the other day. They've now upped to about $50 million. I think this is going to work very, very well for them to actually be able to get Peter Dinklage to be able to go out. And listen, this is not a small cast. This is a significant cast. To have this cast be able to now go out, get on the talk shows, which have started up again, do the press tours, do all the interviews, use their own social media to promote the films. You're now going to see how much higher than 50 million? I don't know. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. Who knows? We'll find out. But I do know this. Having the stars being able to go out and now promote the film and talk about the film and leverage their own celebrity to do so, you're going to see this movie open to more than $50 million now. Will it open it high enough? Don't know. We'll see. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Quip. Guys, you know that good health starts with good habits, and Quip makes it easy by delivering all the oral care essentials that you need to care for your mouth. For example, their incredible electric toothbrush. Guys, I've been using electric toothbrushes for years, and this is easily the best one I've ever owned. Timed sonic vibrations with 30-second pulses to guide a dentist-recommended 2-minute clean. A lightweight and sleek design for adults and kids with no wires or bulky charger to weigh you down. Reusable handles in a range of sleek metal hues, as well as bright plastic colors, sure to make a pop on your bathroom counter. Skip the batteries and snap into healthy habits with the new rechargeable electric toothbrush. All the features of the original Quip, plus one magnetic charge, powers up to 3 months of brushing. In addition to brush heads, Quip also delivers fresh floss, toothpaste, mouthwash, and gum refills every 3 months from just $7. So if you go to getquip.com/Campea right now, you'll get 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, or water flosser. That's your 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, water flosser at getquip.com/Campea. That's GETQUIP.com/Campea. Quip, the good habits company. Anyway, Chris, as a member of the Actors Union, I mean, these interim agreements have been a pretty big deal during this strike. I mean, it's also caused some controversies, like why do some actors get to work and some actors don't, yes, and things like that. But this is a situation where you have a non-AMPTP affiliated studio. They've got a project. I don't know what kind of terms they had to do to get the deal, but they got the deal. This can be nothing but good for this movie. How do you see this?
I think it's great for the film itself, as long as the actors feel comfortable going forward with this and promoting, which I'm sure some of them will. But Viola Davis, when she was working on that film G20, that got an interim agreement as well. And then she decided, hey, I don't feel good about this. I want to stand in solidarity with my union, and I think we need to pause production on this. So I'm interested to see if she's part of promoting this as well.
But this is a little bit of a different situation, right? Because one
it's already
was
been made.
getting in front of the camera to act. One is
Exactly.
just promoting what you've already
and
shot.
everything. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm interested to see just how that kind of differentiates for her personally. For those of you who just need a reminder too, the interim agreement is just basically adhering to those kind of demands of SAG in the interim before we have this actually all concrete and locked down moving forward for a contract between SAG and the AMPTP. What I'm always interested in when it comes to these though is, okay, great, we promoted the movie, we can talk about it, we can do all of this. What happens when it goes streaming? And that is still the part, even as a union member, that I do get a little concerned about of, well, then what happens when that gets released on Amazon, on Netflix, when that starts, going to these different streaming sites? Did we come to terms on that? Did we also come to terms with this franchise on the use of AI? Are they going to have their faces replicated for things? Did they sign off on all of that? And that's the part that just does give me a little bit of pause. For the movie itself, though, I think it's really great. We'll be able to promote it. I know at CinemaCon, movie theater owners were so excited about this movie. You could just feel how jazzed they were to have this franchise back in their theaters, especially post-COVID. And if this movie gets, its roses and people turn up to the theaters, that's just good for everybody involved ultimately. So I'm happy to see it, but I'm interested to see what it means in the long run.
I know we were also way more impressed with what we saw from it than we were anticipating. Because
Absolutely.
I didn't have much. I'll be straight up honest with you. I didn't have much interest in this movie. And then they played that presentation for us at CinemaCon. And all of a sudden I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, this feels like to give a little nod to Martin Scorsese, this feels like cinema.
It does feel like cinema.
Yeah. So the previews have looked really good. The trailers have looked good. But then again, I've seen a lot of movies that I've hated that had really good trailers. So we'll see how this all goes. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.